Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. It's been a journey the last few weeks. It's been a journey. But I have to say, first and foremost, I want to thank you all because all of you are continuously working your business. You are. And for some of you, for some of us, right, if you're like me, this business is one of the big pieces of our family income. And I think at this time more than anything, it's a great time to be thankful for having this business and being able to, how do I say this? For a lot of years, as I worked my business and I've been building my business, it was always what I considered, this was my fallback on, right? Like I worked the 9 to 5. You guys know my story. You know, I worked the 9 to 5 forever until January of 2019. And actually like December 2018, whatever. But that was always like the main source of income, right? Happy Taco Tuesday. Yes, I am making tacos this Tuesday. I sure am. Anyway, I got distracted with the tacos. It was always like I had the full-time job. Scentsy was always my side hustle, my side gig, my fallback thing, right? And I think that a lot of us get in that mindset because it's easy to do, right? When it is your side hustle, when it's your fallback, when it's your, it's just my extra money, right? It's easy to, when you're thinking about it, physically speaking that out and saying that's what it is. Remember, our brains are stupid. We tell our brains this, right? The things that we say, we are telling our brains, whether we realize it or not. If we think that we're stupid and we're like, oh gosh, Jacqui, why are you being so stupid, right? Our brains hear that and our brains are like, you're stupid. So you start thinking automatically, I'm just stupid, right? Those are the cycles we have to break. But I think over time we do this with our business, and it's not until times like we're in where we can actually sit down and say, thank goodness for this business right now, right? Now, some of us, if you are still working, I have my part-time job doing insurance underwriting, but like that's just literally part-time. It's like 20-ish hours a week. And that's great, and it's considered essential, so I do still get to do it. And my husband works in logistics, so he is still essential, so he is still able to work. But I look around and I have friends who work retail. I have friends who work in other industries, restaurant industries. They own a small business. One of our friends runs a I was trying to think of the right word for it. Foundation business, right? He has a foundation business. That's not essential right now. Do you think that a lot of people are putting out the kind of money to replace a foundation right now and do foundation repairs? No, they're not, right? So he is literally, his whole business is just on hold right now. And so as much as we tell ourselves, oh, that's my side thing, my Scentsy is my little hobby, or my Scentsy is this, thank goodness for that. Because if it's anything like what it looks like for me, thank goodness I have this right now, because it's taking a lot of strain off of things. It really, truly, I don't want to get emotional about it, but it truly has been like the shining light through all of this. And I'm hoping that maybe it has for you guys. And if it hasn't, maybe this will help you to kind of think about it. Take, 10, 15 minutes when you can, right? Around the kids and everything. But take a little bit of time and reflect back on that and say, if I didn't have this, here's a really great example, right? I was talking to my mom yesterday, and my mom and my sister, one One second here. I'm going to answer this from my husband, but I am still going to talk. Sorry. I was talking to my mom and my younger sister, and they both work retail. Obviously, they have been out of work for the past, I think this is going on the third week. The company that they work for, the retail that they work for, told them to leave. Corona, right? So they were officially shut down. So they were told, okay, we're gonna have to shut the doors. We are gonna pay you what your normal hours would be for the next 2 weeks. After that, we can't tell you beyond that, right? They're now in their third week. They are now at the point they're not getting a paycheck. My younger sister, who she's 27, I think, 26, 27. Don't tell her I don't know her exact age. So sorry. That was my husband calling. She's like, I don't know how much longer that I can actually continue to do this and live in isolation. She's like, I'm really starting to go crazy. One second. Sorry. I apologize. Come on, computer, work with me. East. He's starting a new job, sorry, and he's got to fill out the paperwork. And guess who doesn't know how to fill out things on the paperwork? It's a good thing I love him. Okay, he should be good for a moment. Okay. Anyway, so she's like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I don't know how much longer I can just sit in the house. She's like, it's just driving me insane. And she, is now stressed that she has to file unemployment for the first time in 40 years or something. I don't even know if she ever even has. If so, it's been a long time, right? And before my stepfather passed, she only worked, she was a bartender, just picking up shifts just to have some fun money, right? Like that was her side hustle. But she is now just in this state of panic of, oh my gosh, this is what I have to do. I have to file for unemployment if I want to be able to get any money, and I can't see anybody, and I can't go out, and she's just like, right? Yeah, I know. What would they do without us? I don't know. Obviously, he wouldn't get any of his paperwork filled out, but whatever. But the point being is there's a lot of people out there who, and I didn't think about it as I was talking to her, but later as I kind of reflected about it and was thinking about it, like, I am so thankful. Yes, I have my Scentsy business, but my Scentsy business, yes, it's amazing, right? We love our Scentsy businesses, and it's providing for us right now, and it's doing the things that we need it to do right now. But it also has another big piece to it, and that other big piece is community, right? All being able to come together. Hey, Mary Ellie, mwah. Hello, my love. And being able to have that, like, we feel that we are still a part of something, even during all this chaotic stay-at-home, quarantine stuff, right? We still have this. We have both pieces of that. We have the community aspect to have a community of people who are right there with us doing the same thing, right? In this group, in the Bliss group, and the other Facebook Scentsy groups that you may or may not be in, right? We have all of this, and we have the ability to still make money. That's pretty darn unique. Like, I wanted to so badly, which my mom never will, but I wanted to so badly be like, Mom, I wish you would just join Scentsy, right? Like I wish I could give that to her. So I think right now is a really good time to be a good human, as my favorite shirt says, right? I love that shirt. be a good human. If you are seeing friends struggle during this time, and maybe it is with that, I'm stuck in the house and I feel like I have nobody to talk to. This is crazy. I'm going insane. Or I've now lost my job, or my spouse has lost my job or hit their job and they don't know what to do, right? I would always encourage you guys to build your business by having those conversations about people joining Scentsy. But I think now more than ever is a really important time to have those conversations, because yes, outside of Corona world, right? We're having those joint conversations and we get excited when we talk about that. But let's try and focus that excitement maybe a little bit differently into really truly looking at this business, joining Scentsy, as a true blessing. Because for those who are in need of that sense of community, or are in need of that extra income, any income, full-time income, whatever it is that they're really needing it to be, right? We're able to give that to somebody and able to help them and their family and those that they love. And as being a good human, I think that's first and foremost how we need to look at it right now. Because the world is broken, as I've been saying for the last few weeks, right? My husband teases me about it. But the world is broken. I really feel that's honestly like the way that I feel like the world is broken. And I think that the only way that we can really fix the world is to be able to give what we can. And what we can give is an opportunity to be, whether it's just to be a part of something during all of this chaos, or being able to help give them the opportunity to, you guys know as well as I do, I don't have to say it, right? This business, our Scentsy business, is truly a build your own paycheck kind of a business, right? However much work you put into it, if you're working your business every single day, if you're touching your business every single day, if you're on social media, sharing your business every single day, then you're putting effort and intention into your business. And people really respond to that. To share some love. Yeah, sharing the love. It truly is. I was thinking about it, like I said, after I talked to my mom yesterday, and late last night I couldn't, insomnia. I have insomnia. And so I was sitting there and I was just kind of reflecting over everything, and still bummed about my trip for the Bahamas that I earned, but still very thankful that Scentsy, is still doing something for us. But again, it was just that fact of knowing that Scentsy's there. Like, no matter what, Scentsy is there. Scentsy has helped me in so many ways over the years. It's helped me to get out of my comfort zone, to realize that I can talk on the phone more. Yeah, I can. I know, it's hard to believe. Jacqui is a huge texter, and I'm not a big fan of the phone. But I have to say that I think I have climbed that mountain. I think I've climbed the mountain. And, thank you, Heather. I did earn it, no matter what, right? I earned it, and you guys, we are in an incentive right now, right, that we can earn, and it's still the ability to say, I did that. Bless you. And I think that helps us put things more into perspective, right? I think it helps us realize that this is so much more than wax and warmers. This is helping families. This is helping people in their mental state, right? I have, as a well-traveled, anxiety-ridden woman, I will say that I've been riding the anxiety train for quite some time. I overthink a lot of things. I have a lot of anxiety. And it's really easy to get stuck in that circle. But how do I get out of that circle? I get out of that circle by working my business. and whether or not that's doing the sharing in my Instagram or my Instagram stories, or doing a video, going live, or doing fun mail, making samples, right? Those are the things that we're able to do. And we have our community that we're able to get in here on Facebook and chat, right? It really does help to have the community. And that's even outside of the whole pandemic, right? Even outside of that, because I will tell you that you know, I have dips of depression and low points, and maybe not necessarily depression. Well, no, I have depression. But anyway, even if you don't have necessarily depression or been diagnosed with depression, then it's still, you still have low points, right? Where you don't feel that great about yourself. Maybe your self-esteem's lower. Maybe you're not in such a great space, a headspace. Maybe you're not in a great living space. Maybe you're not in a good relationship. Whatever it looks like, or you're feeling overwhelmed with bills and things like that, right? It's very easy to fall down that rabbit hole and just live there. But climbing out of the hole is really, truly what makes you, what defines you. And right now, more than any other time, getting out of this chaos. He's about to steal my pillow. Hero, no! No, that's a mama's. No. Hero. Anyway, it's very easy to do, and it's very easy to fall down that hole, but getting out is what, like I said, what defines us. How we get out of it, how we choose to change our mindset, how we choose to make it better. Heather, you almost don't feel like in quarantine. I will say the same thing. I will honestly say, and a lot of it has to do with Scentsy, is that I really don't feel like it's changed my life, and I mean the perspective of my life so much, because all of that is still here. The community of Scentsy is here. The business is here for me to make money if I want to make money, right? I want to make money. Hey, Miss Vicky. We're talking about the blessing of Scentsy and just how this is a really great time, not only to have those joint conversations just because we're working our business, but because of the fact that we could be helping out people who don't have that sense of community. I was sharing how my mom just does not, she's in a really bad headspace right now. She isn't able to work because she works retail, so she's literally stuck in the house, and she is just, yesterday when I talked to her, she's just in panic, right? She's got to apply for unemployment, she's got to do all these things, and with Scentsy, we have this opportunity at our fingertips to put into it, to really put it to work for us. We can work our business. We can work our business as hard as we want to. We can be involved in our community, our Scentsy community, as much as we want to, right? We can get into these conversations and we can have this life right here without even leaving the house. And I think that's a huge blessing. So I kind of wanted to go on the theme. This is, and by the way, in case you guys hadn't noticed, this is a total, yes, it's a Tuesday training, but it's more of a motivational type of talk today. So, and I'm really doing this more for the fact of, I think that this is something that we just all need to hear, and we need to acknowledge, and we need to have it in the forefront to know that we can truly help a whole heck of a lot of people if we wanted to. So we're talking about the hills, because we've got hills. And the lesson of the hills, I got my notes, that you have to learn to take the downs with the ups, right? You have to be able to have the valleys and get out of the valleys to be able to know what it's really like, right? If Scentsy was easy, per se. Let's say every single month it was just so easy. You got 2,000 PRV. You didn't even do a follow up. You didn't even have a conversation with anybody, and then you just randomly had 2 people join your team that you never did anything about. You never did anything, but they joined and they're already certified, and life's just gravy. And you sat down and watched Netflix the whole time. That would be so fantastic, right? We all wish that would happen, right? Like, we could be like, boom, business done. Waiting on my paycheck, right? No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't. We all know this. We know that we have to put in the hard work, that we have to be present in our business. We have to be present, especially now. But, I've always said you have to be present on social media. How I've always described it is you have to be open for business. You have to open your business at least once a day, I believe. If you're truly like working this as a business, if this is a hobby, then by all means just check in once a week. Gravy, right? That's a good way to just be able to keep yourself up to date on what's going on, right? Maybe a new release is coming out. Maybe, I don't know, who knows, right? From day to day, who knows? They may come out and be like, oh, we got this whole new thing coming out next week, blah, 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 right? Checking into your business, right? You at least have to open your business. So even if this is a hobby, then at least say, okay, once a week, I'm going to look at my workstation and look at the news tab and go into the team page and just kind of take it all in, right? And then move on. Because if this is a hobby, this is a hobby. But for those of you who this is a hobby, this right now can be the door to being a business for you, if that's what you need it to be. Or maybe that's what you want it to be. Yeah, Vicky says she's not sure she wants it to be easy. She enjoys the work. Honestly, I do too. Because I think that it's the work that we put into our business that actually gives us that feeling of purpose. That I talk about this about filling your cup, right? You can't pour. I think Brene Brown said that, or somebody, I don't know, somebody way more influential than me, said that, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So the way that I fill my cup, metaphorically, is to invest time in my own training, invest time in personal development. Sometimes it's picking up a book and reading, a few chapters out of a Rachel Hollis or the Atomic Habits book, right? Those are right here. I absolutely love them. Those are ones that I pick up a lot. And another book I want to share with you that I think I should probably do a whole video on. I got this a couple of years ago, or it came out a couple of years ago. I don't know. But it's called The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes, if you guys are familiar with Shonda Rhimes, right? She's the Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, Station 19, all those, series stuff, right? This is an amazing book. It's an amazing book because she talks a lot about her struggles and how she really made it a point, because the majority of her life she was a person who said that she would always say no to things, right? Like she wasn't a big social person, right? She didn't want to go out, especially when Grey's Anatomy was really huge, right? And getting right in the big train, and there were lots of appearances, they asked her to come on Jimmy Kimmel or things like that. And she was just like, no, that is not, no, that's out of my comfort zone. No, I'm going to go home. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to go write some more episodes of Grey's Anatomy, which thank goodness she did, because hello. Anyway, but she changed her mindset to say, and she made it like a New Year's resolution type of thing, where she said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the year of yes. So when people ask me to, and in her case, they ask her to go to some, socialite dinner or whatever, after party or something, where normally she would have said no, right? She would have just said no and gone home to her daughters and had macaroni and cheese in bed and called it a night, right? She would have said no. But she changed her mindset to say, I'm going to say yes. And she found that in the way of saying yes, and like Vicky said, in the way of working the actual work of your business, showing up and working it, she found that she had so much more to give. That she had so much more excitement and passion and drive that she wanted to do more. She decided she was going to lose like 50 pounds. She lost 50 pounds, right? Hero! She decided that she was going to, I don't remember now, something with her family. She was going to do this big thing with her family. And she decided she was finally going to do that. And how she finally found that she was able to reconnect with her sisters, or sister, I don't remember exactly, sisters or sister, right? And connect with those people that she loves. And I think that really is a great reminder right now that those are the moments that we do have to kind of push outside of that comfort zone to really realize the true benefits from being able to pour from our cup. If you find things that aren't working, any of you find things that are not working, like maybe I sent out samples last month and I haven't gotten any sales yet. It's not working. Okay. Did you follow up with those people? That would be my first question, right? Did you follow up with them? Did they get the sample? Did they like the sample? Maybe they got the sample and they were like, oh, strawberry. I hate strawberry. Oh, I don't like those fruity scents, right? Didn't think anything of it and threw it away. Had you followed up and be like, hey, how do you like that strawberry rose? And they would have been like, yeah, really not my thing. I don't really like the fruity scents. I like the clean scents. Hero! I am doing a live. It just has no consideration. Hero! Then maybe we could turn around and be like, oh, you like fresh scents? Oh, I got fresh scents, right? Have you tried Mahalo coconut? Hello. Let me send you a sample of that, right? So if we did our follow-ups, hey, Miss Kimber, if we did those follow-ups, then we would know, right? And then we'd be able to follow up properly and give them what they want. Maybe that's what they were missing, was something that they wanted. And then they get Mahalo coconut and they're like, OMG. This is amazing. This is amazing. I need scents like this. Where do I find more scents like this? Here, I'm going to do a screenshot of all of our fresh scents. Hero! That we currently have available, right? Boom. Customer's happy. Customer says, hey, order me a 6-pack. Awesome. No problem. I will do that. Let me send you a Venmo or PayPal or Square or Cash App, whatever. Insert your own favorite payment method there, right? And then take the order for them. So you have to look for different ways to do your business. Sometimes it takes actually putting in those extra steps of the follow-up. So just sending samples, that's great. But if you're not following up on those samples, that's what you need to change. Because again, not every nose likes every single scent that we have, right? Just because I happen to love, and I really do, love Be Fabulous, doesn't mean that all my customers love Be Fabulous, right? Like my sister-in-law, for example, she hates the coconut scent. She hates the coconut. I love them. But she also likes fresh scents, right? The clean scents. And so it's really hard sometimes finding that good balance and being able to send her some samples to say, okay, pick from these and let me know which ones you like. These are the newer ones, right? And for her to be able to find that balance between the coconuts, but it's coconut, but yeah, I actually really like it because it is more fresh, right? Just being able to help them refine what their nose happens to like in their space. And I don't know about you guys, but my nose and my likes and my mood is all changed by scent, right? So I have different moods. Hello. Okay, first of all, I'm a Gemini, so I'm just born to have different moods. Second of all, I'm in menopause. I had a total hysterectomy in January, okay? To remind my husband of this every so often. hello. So my mood may change, but don't worry, stick around. In 5 minutes, it'll change again. But I have moods, and my scent is dictated by, or my mood is sometimes dictated by the scent in the house. So if I really want to be up and motivated, then I'm going to fill the house with all those fresh scents. Like sun-kissed citrus is totally a go-to scent for me. Like, oh, it brings me to life. When I put that in the warmers, I love it, okay? Sometimes I want to be more mellow. And I'm just like, hey, hero, do we need to have a conversation? Seriously, sir. It's not time for you. It's not time for you. When I am in a mood where I just want to chill out. Oh, I thought that was it, but it's not. It's actually, it is Mahalo coconut. I do love Mahalo coconut, by the way. That's why you started. Oh, we're so different on scents. Yes, it's so true, right? We have so many scents. And so when I want to feel relaxed, like my favorite go-to scent is, well, it is Beach, which is coming out and bringing back my bar. So stick around for June. Y'all, if you have not ever smelled Beach, trust me, order Beach. You're going to love it. It's great. It's an amazing scent, and I love it for when I just want to chill. But I've been hoarding bars, and I think I actually maybe only have one bar left, or I already warmed it. I don't know. Because when I saw it was on the Bring Back My Bar list, I'm like, phew, okay, I don't have to hoard it. Somehow I lost it in my Scentsy club. Anyway, I get distracted. But sometimes it's Now and Zen. I love that scent, right, to just throw in the warmers. When I know my husband's going to be here, like on the weekends, right, when he's going to chill and play his Xbox and all the things, right, I will usually throw in Mystery Man or, African Mahogany, which was in our last Bring Back My Bar. I added that to my Scentsy club just for him because I personally don't really care for it, but he loves it. And so I added that for him. And so when I know like he's going to be sitting around playing video games and just chilling in the living room on a Saturday on his day off, I fill the living room with that, and it makes him happy, which then in turn makes me happy, right? Like, oh, okay, we're chill, right? Everything's cool. Everything's gravy. Sometimes I want, just to feel like a comfort scent, right? And a comfort scent may be something more from the bakery side of things or fruity side of things. It just all determines what can really happen, and we're able to kind of look for ways to help our customers with that too. So think about that when you're really doing your customer service. And this is a big one as we're talking about this topic of quarantine and how life has changed and everything, right? A lot of Scentsy consultants out there have had to really put big changes in their business. A lot of people in the Bliss group, even Tracy DeMario, our superstar director, right? She does these big events in town, right? And a lot of her big sales come obviously from these big events. And these are events that she's had for years and years and years, right? She does them every single year. But right now, I know she's at least missed one big event, if not two. And then if this continues, or if this is still restricted as we go into the fall months, these consultants who really rely on these fall festivals and events and things like that, they are going to have to change the way they do business. So it's important to remember that if you're in a hill or a valley, right, that you have to learn how to pivot. And I say that with a smile because every time I say the word pivot, it just reminds me of Friends and Ross. And if you know, you know. Okay, there. You have to pivot. And you have to pivot and be able to say, okay, this is not working anymore, right? I can't do events, so now I have to do this. Or for those people who are really big into home parties, I can't do a home party right now, so now I need to do this, right? You have to learn to pivot in your business. You can't be stagnant. You have to find ways to connect, build relationships, revamp your referral work, people. Same thing when you're sending out the samples, okay? Same thing with the samples. You have to do the same thing with your referrals. Now, this is something that I'm starting to do because I know Chloe Cox talked about it not too long ago. And I've done a version of it, but I haven't been consistent with that version. And just like I always tell you guys, you have to be consistent in something, right? And I fell off the consistency train with this. But it was I had for a while made postcards that I got through Vistaprint that were just like, tag, and brag or something like that, right? Snap a picture and I would send it to my customers. Oh, and then I had one that said unbox with Jacqui or something. Anyway, but it was basically the same concept, right? And I would send it to customers, or with the orders, I would package it off if I was dropping off an order or giving an order. And it would say, take a picture, post it on social media, and tag me, right? Well, now I've kind of modified that, and I'm going back to that more, and I'm going to stay consistent with it. But I'm waiting. I put an order in on Vistaprint, so I'm waiting for them to come in, some postcards that kind of have the same verbiage, but they have my QR code to my website. So I've really been using the QR code a heck of a lot more. I finally got printer ink in. Thank you. Jacqui finally remembered to order replacement ink for her printer. And so now I can actually print my labels, but I've been waiting to do that because my labels are fine the way they are. This is how I actually do my labels, and I'll show you. I get these through Vistaprint, which obviously it's a lot easier to print your own. Easier on your budget, rather. It's probably backwards for you. It says ready to reorder Scentsy. Jacqui Duran, text, call, there's my phone number, email, there's my email, and then my picture, right? So the whole point is I am my brand, right? You are your brand, right? And so instead of just, hey, get some more Scentsy from me or something, I put, are you ready to reorder? That's how I label all of my bars, right? Well, now I'm going to start, now that I've got my printer, I've got my Avery labels, and I got round labels. They are 22877. I got the round labels. So I'm going to work on that probably tonight or tomorrow. And the design, and I'm going to put it in with a QR code and start using those and sticking those all over everything that goes out, right? Literally everything, right? So, and part of that is going to be also a little blurb, and I'll share the graphic in the group of what I did. Well, I'll have to go in there and edit it to take my info out. I'll do that. I'll take my info out so you guys can have a blank graphic, so you can add yours to it, or your info to it if you'd like to. Feel free to use what I'm using. But it also will say, that referrals are the best compliment you can give me, or something like that. Anyway, so I'm trying to really get it across to my customers that, referrals are a big deal. And when I do have a customer that comes to me, and when I do a follow-up, I always will say, did anyone refer you to me? And if so, then usually I send out a scent circle or a scent bar, depends on what I have on hand. Put that in the mail and I get it out. Thanks so much for your referral. Sometimes if I don't have anything on hand, I will email them or message them, however I communicate with them. And I will say, I'm going to give you $5 off your next order. Thank you so much for your referral of Kimberly to my website. I really appreciate you sending in that referral, and I'm happy to send you another coupon next time too, right? I always do that too. Now, it's not really a coupon, okay, let's rephrase this so you guys understand what I'm saying. And remember, this is a personal special, so you can't blast it on Facebook. Did my disclaimer. Okay, so it's not really a coupon. What it is it's me saying I'm going to pay $5 on her order when she orders from me next. So she has to actually give me her order. She can't just go on my website and enter a code. I wish that would be an option. Maybe someday in the future. Hello, Scentsy, if you're listening. That would be an option. But right now, we don't have that option. So I just tell them, send me your order when you're ready to redeem your referral credit. That's how I word it. And then I put their order in, and then I literally pay $5, or sometimes if it was a big order, I've gone up to $10, and I'll pay $10 on their order, right? Because if that was really a big order that they sent me, and now it's a new customer who I can now follow up with, who just ordered a diffuser, and now I can help her find new oils and blah, 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 blahs, right? That's worth it to me in my business. So you just kind of have to find your referral style, but step those up. Sorry, I'm getting low on time, so I'm going to try and start talking quicker. Standing out. Okay, standing out. Vicky has been on the chain with this lately. TikTok videos. If you've been seeing any celebrities that are doing TikTok videos who've never done them before, stand out. Have some fun, right? You are your brand. Show your fun side. Show your kids' fun side if you don't have one. If you've got kids, make them do a TikTok video and upload it. I am not one bit ashamed to say that my kids are hilarious. And if they're doing something hilarious, I can put it into a TikTok and I can upload it and people will love it. Okay, so, and saying never again, what you thought you would never do again. So maybe that might be Facebook parties. I've had a lot of people talk to me about Facebook parties. Like, oh, I've done Facebook parties in the past. They've never worked out. I've tried them a different way, blah, blah, blah. Didn't work, blah, blah, blah. Okay, put that on your never again list. What is your never again list? Your never again list is things that you're going to put on there that you said you would never do again. So, for example, on that list, it may be, I said I was never going to do Facebook parties again. I said I was never going to try that bingo party again. I said I was never going to do that text party again. I said I was never going to do a fundraiser again. It was too much hassle, or it didn't work out and it totally flopped. Those are the things that you're going to do. And you're going to pivot those things, right? Pivot. You're going to pivot and you're going to try them a little differently. You're going to tweak them a little bit differently. And you're going to word them a little bit differently. Why? Because we are here to serve our customers. We are here to serve our customers. And like I said at the beginning of all of this, that right now serving our customers needs to be our number one priority. And that may be serving them by, if you've got an extra, if you're closing a party and you have an extra half off reward, and maybe it's a customer who you know is going through a hard time and you're like, hey, I'd love to give you something for 50% off. I've got an extra reward that needs to be used and I'd like to give it to you. Give. Find ways that you can give, right? Give. Finding those ways, looking for those ways. And again, if you have those people who have maybe always followed you or have bought from you before, and you see on their social media that either they're having a hard time, their family's going through a hard time, whatever it is, or you talk to them and you have a relationship with them, that's when you can say, hey, I'm not trying to do anything here but to offer the opportunity of this business. Because that's truly what it is, right? Like we talked about at the beginning. It's not just a business, especially right now. This should be opening our eyes to the fact that this is not just a business. This is not just wax and warmers. This is a community that you can rely on, that you have people who will support you and lift you up, and that you can relate to and you can talk to and you can bounce ideas off of. And when you're having a bad day, you can post in the group and say, guys, it is not a good day. And people will be there to lift you up. And if it's something financial, then it's the ability to say, hey, I have an opportunity for you that however much work you want to put into it, literally you can make as much money as you so choose, right? As you so choose. Because as you choose to make money, obviously, is how much work they're willing to put into Scentsy. If they're really willing to put in the work, because let's be honest, guys, it's not easy, right? Like we said, you can't just sit around and suddenly, plop, I opened up my workstation. Oh my goodness, I have 2,000 in PRV. Awesome. I didn't do anything for that. No, of course you did. Hello, of course you did. It does not happen that way. So of course you did put in the work. So the same way that you can do it, they can do it, and you can help them, and you can share ideas with them and get them involved in the groups, right? Because remember, you are not alone when you are sponsoring someone. So if you haven't yet sponsored somebody, or if you have somebody that you have sponsored and you're like, I need to step up my game, remember, you have people you can reach out to. We are here for you, to help you and to support you and to support everyone as a group collectively. So no one here is ever alone. So it's really a way to be able to give a blessing to somebody. And now more than ever, This world needs some more blessings. It really, really does. It really does. Yeah, it is definitely not eating bonbons all day. I have tried that approach. Did not work. Did not work. I can say I've tried it and it didn't work. Don't do it. Learn something new, do something new. Like I said, maybe it's getting on TikTok and playing around. If you don't know how to use TikTok, hey, I am not a pro. Vicky is getting to be a pro, so you can always reach out to Vicky here on the page. She will certainly give you some tips, I'm sure. But you can hit that YouTube machine. You can YouTube how to do a TikTok. You can hit the Google machine. Google how to do a TikTok. Ask your children how to do a TikTok. I'm sure they will tell you. Same thing with Snapchat, if you want to do that, Snapchat. Same thing with Instagram, honestly. If you don't feel like you're really using Instagram to its potential, which, by the way, I know I said I was going to do it last week and I didn't do it last week. Don't worry. It is coming tomorrow. I'm going to do the Instagram tutorial with the phone, so it's going to be on the phone so you guys can see it. Do it. I'm going to do it then. But if you want to try and step up your game, hey, if you don't have kids that are of Instagramming age, then look out online and see your friends who do have kids that are of Instagram age and be like, hey, ask your kid a favor for me. or can you tell me how your kid gets so many likes on Instagram, right? Look at the kids. Look at the kids. They're doing amazing things. Scentsy customer service is uplifting. You are absolutely right. I think it truly is. It truly makes my day when I'm able to really help a customer, when I'm able to help a team member, when I'm able to help in general, maybe. And I think that a lot of us can do more of that, and a lot of us can definitely fill our cups. You can fill your cup with this business. Only old people do Facebook. Oh, goodness. Well, I have to say, you guys know right now, I'm not a fan of Facebook. I only use Facebook for my Scentsy, right? That's to get on this group. That's to get on the Bliss group. A couple other groups, right? I do my obligatory posts every so often, but I really do not spend a whole lot of time on Facebook. I'm not a fan of Facebook. It just gets too political. It gets too drama-filled. It gets too negative, and I don't like it. I don't like it, right? Surround yourself with like-minded people. Those people who are complaining all day long on Facebook are not my people. Because what are they going to do? They're just going to bring me down into their hole, and then I'm about to climb my way back out of it. And that is not fun. It is not fun. But, like Vicky said earlier, it's worth the... Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Am I really going to quote a Miley Cyrus? I'm going to do it. And it's really going to hurt, and it's really going to drive me insane that I'm doing it. It's all about the climb. I'm quoting Miley Cyrus. See what quarantine has done to me. But it's true. It is all about the climb. It's all about the climb. It's how you get yourself out of things that really helps you define who you are and what really brings you that joy and what really drives you to do more and do better and be better for yourself, for your customers, for your business, for your family, for yourself more than anything. For yourself. All right, so there's my motivational Tuesday training. I know it was a little bit different than our normal. I promise I'll get back to normal, but I think sometimes we need a good motivational one, right? That's not preachy. I'm not trying to preach, but at the same time, it's just it's this time, so we got to do it. All right. I love you all. You know that. I love you all to pieces. Same time next week. We will do this all over again. And like I said, watch out for tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can do it live. If I can, it'll be in the group. If not, I might, because when I plug my phone in, I use QuickTime, and that's how I actually screen record my phone. So I may have to record it and then upload it. But so if I don't get it up tomorrow, I am doing it tomorrow. It is on the planner, so it's gonna happen. It's on the planner. I already put it in there. All right, I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Look for ways that you can fill your cup. Heather's ready to kick butt. Yes, you are. Y'all, we all are kicking butt right now. We are having a fantastic month. I just want to say we are. So every single person, hello. We're having a fantastic month right now. And I know a lot of it probably has to do with the collections that they've been releasing. Cinderella, the Mixa collection. Did anybody else get the Mixa collection? I cannot wait to get the Mixa collection. I'm so happy smelling my way through those scents. If you guys went to World Tour, then you got it. Remember, it's collection number 4 in your World Tour kit. If you didn't get that, I think it was, and it may or may not still be available. You'll have to check in Scentsy Success. But they had it to where you can actually purchase the testers yourselves, even if you did go to World Tour. So you can do that if you would like to do it. But it was collection 4, so that's how I was able to know what the scents smell like in the Mix It collection. All 5 are in there. They're all white, if you can see that. But the reason that you know which one is which is because they're numbered. So like it says fragrance 14, fragrance number 11, fragrance 12, fragrance 13, whatever. And on the news tab, that's how you see it referenced. So that's how you know what you're getting. So hopefully that's helpful. Anyway, love y'all. Talk to you next week. Have a great week. Take care of yourself. And as always, peace, love, and happiness.